Good morning, grade 12. Now we are going to go to page 75 and we're going to use the class, or should I say implement the class that we wrote yesterday, the song class. Now to do that, you can open the file from the folder from yesterday, and if you can't find it, then go and look in the memo folder that I have for you, and you can get yesterday's code, which is yesterday was the 18th of May, and you can go and open it from there, and then you'll see that you must open the proj file, and you must also then open the song class .pas. Remember, you're opening two things. You're opening the dproj and then the song class itself. Right, now we have written all of this already, and if you're absent, obviously you must use the files that I've put there in the folder for memos. And we're going to the activity on page 75, 2.5.2, and they're telling us we must import the song class, and that just means in the uses section of the main program you must put in the word song class here in uses section, so that this main program can actually use this program here. So you remember that you have two tabs there, and make sure that you write use the right code in the right program. Always remember that, the two programs that you have. Right, we're now going to declare global variable mySong of type tsong and an integer variable initialized to 1. Okay, so we click over here in the main program, F12, and mySong colon tsong. That's an object. It's going to belong to the type tsong. And where does tsong come from? In the song class. There it is, the type tsong. Back to the main program, we need it looks like we're going to have rows again, so iRow colon integer, and we will set that iRow equal to 1 in the onActivate event. There we go. Now we are going to we declare the global variables. Now add to playlist button. In that button we're going to store the inputs and create our object. So add to playlist, we've got all these inputs over here: song, artist, duration, and album, and track number. Now remember, track number and duration has to be an integer data type. So we double click add to playlist, and we get sartist, and we've got variables here already. Artist equals the edt artist.text, song will be equal to edt song.text, album obviously edt album.text, and then track number equal to the spin edit dot value sed track number dot value, and duration is also an integer. We're going to have to convert string to float because that duration was entered into an edit box. edt duration dot text. Now we're going to go and instantiate our object. We're going to use mySong equals tsong.create. That is what instantiating an object is. mySong equals colon equals tsong dot create, and there we have the parameters, S artist must comes first, so we type artist, and then we type S song second, so we type song. In the parameter list I have an album, so I'm going to type album. Take note, I use these variables here in my list that I'm putting in here. Track number, RNO for integer, but we're using the word track number, so I type track number, comma, and then the length, which is actually the duration. So I'm going to type the word duration. Where does that come from? Duration are these local variables here. So we've now created our object, and now we can use our object. The object is my song. And now we're going to go and do the rest. Call the methods get quick reference and get minute duration to display the quick reference and the minute duration in the string grid. So that's it. Get quick reference and get minute duration. We're going to display those in the string grid. So the methods are called get quick reference and get minute duration. Where are we going to find those methods? Well, they're in the class definition. Get quick reference and get minute duration. Remember, you wrote them yesterday, so now we're going to use them. Okay, and both of them are strings, and we have to display it in our string grid. I'm just running the program to make sure I don't have any errors. Integer, string to int, not string to float. String to int, our duration is an integer, and I said string to float. You probably saw me do that. Okay, so here we go. So we have the quick reference and the duration. Okay, so each time we click add to playlist, okay, so right, there's a problem because we didn't put any input. Each time we click add to playlist, we're going to increment our row, but only after we've used it inside the string grid, after we've referred to our row in our string grid, because we've got to say string grid.songs and get it into the right .cells, square brackets, and the column for the quick reference is going to be column 0, and the row will be our row, and we're going to be equal to something. And then the next one we're going to do is the duration, which will be column 1 and our row. So we've got our output component ready to go and put in our function. So the get quick reference and duration functions, they are functions in our song class. You see, get minute duration, and we're going to call them on the right hand side of our equal sign, but you can only call them if you say my song first, dot. Okay, my song dot, and this one is, I think, is get quick reference. There it is, get quick reference, and then over here my song dot, and then we choose the function called where is it? Near get minute duration. There it is. And we know those are string functions, so they'll work. After we've done that, we'll increment our row so that we can go do the next one. You know, so we can put in more songs. So I'm going to run this program and put in a name, Jane, I don't know, hello, seriously, 100 seconds, it's life album, track number 2, okay, so we add to playlist, and there it is, duration, 100 seconds is 1 minute and 40 seconds, which is 100 correct. The quick reference, hello, blah, Jane. And then you can add another one and another one, and so on. And you can do that because you've incremented our row here to go and add to that string grid. So there's that. and you're going to do that program now by yourself. And I just want to quickly show you